Hi. Now I will talk about the conditional statements in Matlab. So I will show you a few new functions and how we can write some conditional statements. So first, suppose that I would like to write a code. I want the user to input an integer, and I will check if this is an odd number or even number. The first thing I would like to do is to ask the user to input some number. So for this purpose, we will use the input built-in function in Matlab. And if you check your documentation, you can see the syntax of this function. It's a simple function. Simply, I'm giving some instructions for the user. And whatever the user enters on the command window, that will be stored in this variable x. And the first thing that I will check is whether this x is an integer or not. So we can check this by using x, whether it is equal to the rounded value of x or not. So in these conditionals, so you can notice that I am checking the equality of these two variables, x and rounded value of x, using this double equality sign. And if this is an integer, so it is, I can put a comment here by using this percentage sign. It is an integer. And in this case, I will do my second conditional statement, whether this x is an, let's say, even number or not. So if it is an even number, that means if I divide by 2, the remainder is going to be equal to 0. So in Matlab, this modular arithmetic operation, that's the remainder from division by 2, that's given by this mod operator. Again, if you like, for details, you can check the documentation. So in this case, I will display that it is an even number. Otherwise, I will display that it is an odd number. And I need to terminate this inner if statement by the keyword AND. So in the outer statement, I still need to close it. So the other condition here, it is not an integer. And in this case, I can display integer. And again, I can close this if statement by the AND keyword here. So I can save my code and we can test it. So let's say I entered 1.7. It is not an integer, that's correct. We can run it one more time. Let's say 20. And it is an even number. So our code is working properly. Thank you for listening.